All right, tomorrow morning at 9 is confirmed. Y'all like the song? Hey, before you sit down, you want to close that barn door too? Well, hello, and then squeeze in a little bit tighter too if you can. With the chairs, you know? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Ask Bill and Kate, Thursday nights at 8. Episode, do you know what episode this is, Bill?
160.
Oh yeah, because you wrote it down, I think. Episode 160. That's a lot of episodes, jeez. Bill's gonna go to the gym like an hour ago before doing our show. Then right as he was walking out the door, I swear the surveyor knows when Bill's about to go to the gym. He gets a call from one of our survey guys on a couple of properties that we're working on. And you were on the phone for 35, 40 minutes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Bill didn't go to the gym. So he came back in better, took his gym clothes off, put this on, and I'm like, you put him up to that. I think you put him up to calling you, didn't you?
No.
Say, just give me a call at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, 6:45.
No.
You didn't put him up to it?
No, had nothing to do with it.
Anyway, well, how's this week been?
So we've got a lot of activity going on a couple of our properties. No offers yet, but hopefully that's going to change this week. The information going on with the surveyor is we've actually got two things going on. We've got an appeal on a property that we sold in the summer that, you know, we're trying to get resolved, and now they want, you know, another document that for whatever reason didn't get produced at the time of the close, so we got to figure through that. And then we got another property that's actually landlocked that we're trying to figure out what's going on there, and it may come down to, in a worst case scenario, although we're not there yet, a worst case scenario of a court order against one of the adjacent property owners to introduce an easement so that the property in question can ultimately be sold. So that was what all the discussion was, and unfortunately something is misfiled with the county, so the paperwork that they've got
That
associated
happens.
with one parcel really doesn't make sense for that parcel because of some of the measurements and the things associated with it, and it's actually two parcels over. So
That's kind of stuff that Bill does that I don't want to do.
yeah, I don't particularly want to do it either because it's really
Would you rather go door knocking and cold call like I do?
this particular piece is more survey and lawyer oriented, and I'm trying to get everybody all on the same page.
But
Good
you're
news
good
is
at that.
well,
That's
that's
what
right.
you're used to doing.
That is part of project management, and one of the things I am kind of good at. So I do get issues like that resolved, and
So you wouldn't want to trade and go, you go door knock and cold
no,
call.
I don't want to do that. I don't want.
Get hung up on,
I don't want to do that part.
doors closed. I told you when I first went door knocking, I was walking up to this house and going up to the drive. I told you this. I'm going up to the driveway. I see the people in their garage. They shut the garage as I was walking. I'm like, all right, hey, that's the way it goes.
You know, everybody's
Fun
trying to earn a living, and you know, realtors get a bad rap on a number of fronts, but I mean, it is absolutely hard work.
Ay, ay, ay. Anyway, we got escrow back. Escrow was on the plant that we forgot to put back over here, but it's over there. We see it. But you'll see it next week if we put it up. We remember. But we got them back over here. Trees down. Christmas is over. Yay.
Yeah, you're back on the camera.
I'm back on the camera without my head being cut off. Oh gosh. I hope that's a good thing. Maybe some people like your ex, if she's watching, she won't like it, but shame on her for watching. That's what she gets. Right?
Sure.
Hey, Judy. Anyway, I said her name. Ooh. Whatever. You gotta have fun with it,
That's right.
right? What else you gonna do? Cry? No, that's stupid. All right, you ready for some questions?
Sure.
All right. Tom from Peachtree City says, can I include my golf cart in the sale of my house, or does that have to be a separate sale? We've gotten that question before, and that is a very, very good question. So what do you think, Bill?
So technically, if you're selling it as a separate line item, it's ultimately personal property. If you just want to kind of give it away to as part of your sale, then we can keep it as a piece of thing that's staying behind. So that's it.
Well, that was quick. Usually your answers are longer than that.
That one's kind of, there's not much to that one.
Okay. I got to put my glasses on. I'm trying to read this without it, but I'm failing. All right, Doreen. I like that name, Doreen. Do you know anybody named Doreen?
I'm sure I've come across a Doreen somewhere in my lifetime, but I can't quite place it.
All right, Doreen from Noonan is asking, what is less expensive of a project to do in your home? Put in new carpet or put in LVP flooring? I mean, I guess it depends on what kind of carpet.
Yeah, you certainly have degrees of carpet, but speaking in general terms, LVP is more expensive than carpet typically. And if you're doing it for the purpose of getting your home prepared for sale, then certainly you want to go no more than a medium grade carpet as a replacement, and then LVP is definitely going to be more expensive.
You don't hardly ever look at the camera.
I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at you because you're talking.
Oh, gosh. All right, Caitlin from Noonan says, why does the basement only count as half of the square footage of a home? Is that true?
Well, half is somewhat relative depending on how it's made up. But as a general rule of thumb, half is a good number to work with. And the whole reason for that is that land, or a home being built with a basement, that concrete is much more cost effective to put up. Even though concrete is more expensive than lumber, the amount of labor involved in a concrete foundation versus lumber and putting those walls up is a big difference, and that's ultimately what drives the value of your home from a basement versus anything above grade. Unfortunately, even when you're in a split level where most of that basement is exposed, it still counts as basement. And don't look at me, that's not a realtor thing, that's an assessor thing. So don't know what to say.
Yeah, and Bill, he has to educate a lot of homeowners on that, because a lot of homeowners will say, oh, I have blah, 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 blah square footage, and then he's got to go through that exercise with them to say, well, actually, this is how it is, and,
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of algebra lately to properly compare apples to oranges when we've got a home without a basement and a home with a basement.
Again, stuff I don't want to do. So I learned it in class, and that's where it stops. I learned it enough to pass the test, and Bill will take care of it.
Now, I mean, obviously, if you're using really nice materials in your basement, and I saw one today that put some very nice materials in the basement, the half rule of thumb isn't going to quite fit, but it gets close.
The one this afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Noelle from Tyrone wants to know, is it even worth trying to bid on a house, when the market goes crazy and most of the bids that are being accepted is all cash? So I think she was talking about a couple of years ago, if it returns to that kind of market.
Well, and I just saw an article a couple days ago where there are parts of the country where that is yet again happening. I read about a home that actually had 30 offers on it in the first day.
Where?
It didn't say. It just spoke.
Did they is it like a $500,000 home that they priced at $400? Because that will happen.
I'm not sure.
That.
I'm not sure.
Did you see it?
It wasn't that specific. It just kind of called out that be on the lookout, because as interest rates are coming down and we're seeing more buyers get back into the market. In fact, new low today was announced. So
what is it?
6.6, down from 6.66, which isn't significant. Which I wasn't sure why that was a news item, but nonetheless. But it is starting.
666. So it was 666.
That's right.
Now it's just 66.
Yeah. So now, I mean, it's still creeping down a little bit here and there, and we're hoping that it's going to, get more buyers into the market, which is ultimately going to get more sellers into the market, because sellers are going to be buyers too most of the time.
Mm-hmm. All righty. Trina from Sonoya asks, if I just want to know how much my home is worth today, and I'm not planning on selling anytime soon, is that possible, and how much does something like that cost? You can get it done with an appraiser and pay the money. Depends on how much square footage your house has and what the appraiser
Yeah, you're looking at
charges.
somewhere between $400 and $500 for an appraisal, unless you got a mansion. Might be a little bit more.
You get a realtor to do it, Bill.
Yeah,
No cost.
we will do a comparative market analysis, and that works really well in a subdivision, because it's really easy to compare apples to apples, or even apples to oranges if you're comparing.
You like saying that now. This is the second time you said that.
If you're comparing a home with a basement without one. So you've got that going on, but I kind of said it again on purpose. But anyway, so you've got that going on. But yeah, we're happy to do a CMA for you. Now, bear in mind that that gives you a benchmark for today. Things could change in the market in the next 3 months, and things will change.
That reminds me of the Brady Bunch song, the Change song. We gotta watch that Brady Bunch movie again. I love stuff like that. I don't think you like it. You don't like it. He doesn't like stuff I like.
I certainly like the Brady Bunch. I watched it all the time when I was a kid.
But the Brady Bunch movie, where they make fun of the Brady Bunch character. You never seen the Brady Bunch movie?
I've seen a Brady Bunch movie, but I'm not sure if I understand what you're saying, making fun of the characters.
Yeah, it's not the real characters. It's somebody that plays Marcia, somebody that plays Jan.
Oh, so you're talking about something totally different than
Have you ever seen it?
Guess
what we're going to be watching? Really?
I don't know. I might recognize it once I see it, but...
And then all the kids, every time Mike talks, gee, Dad, I never thought about it that way. Like... You don't remember that?
I don't know. I might recognize it when I see it, but it's not...
Well, maybe... Good.
I mean, there were numerous Brady Bunch movies after the fact, so with all the original characters, or most of the original characters. So that's what I thought you were referring to.
No.
Because it's actually called the Brady Bunch movie, so...
No, the Brady Bunch movie is not with the Brady Bunch characters. It's the characters, but somebody is playing them.
Okay.
You thought they were the real people?
You must be talking about some spoof,
No,
but
it's
there
called the Brady Bunch
but there
movie.
were movies with the Brady Bunch. So I don't know. We'll see.
But they weren't called the Brady Bunch movie. The Brady Bunch movie is the one that the people play the characters.
Okay.
Like the girl with the brushing her hair with Marcia, and then the Jan.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Are you ready for a joke? I can't wait to watch the Brady Bunch movie.
That was 5 questions already?
Yeah. Tom, the golf cart, the LVP carpet, the basement square footage, is it worth trying to buy a house with the number of bids, and how much is my home worth today, and how much does it cost to...
Okay. All right.
That's 5 questions.
Okay.
And you answered them real quick. I mean, normally sometimes you spend
An hour?
a couple minutes on, but like the first one, you answered that in like 3 seconds. So... You ready for a joke?
Sure.
All right. How does a penguin build its house? Just think of what's in the North Pole.
Build his house. I don't know.
Think of an Eskimo.
Igloo? What?
It glues it together.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay. And you ready for a Would You Rather game? It's winter related.
I guess.
You don't sound that excited, Bill. All right, Bill, would you rather make a snowman or have a snowball fight with friends?
Probably make a snowman.
All right, when was the last time you made a snowman? Did I ever see you make one?
No.
Would you rather pat a snowy owl or an Arctic fox?
Do what with it?
Pat. I guess pat. It says pat.
Probably the owl.
Would you rather wear wet socks or wear mittens?
Wet socks or mittens?
Yeah, wet.
Oh, wet mittens.
Yeah.
Probably mittens.
Would you rather make a gingerbread house or bake a Christmas cake?
Christmas cake.
Me too. Well, I'd rather eat one. I don't want to bake. All right. Would you rather sip hot chicken noodle soup or hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
Would you rather spend a snow day tucked indoors or outdoors?
Tucked?
Yeah. Would you rather be inside or outside on a snow day?
Well, it depends on what I was doing. So if I was shoveling snow, I'd rather be inside. If I was out skiing or building a snowman or having a snowball fight or whatever.
Yeah, well, let's just pretend it's that.
I like to play outside, yeah. I like to play outside in the snow.
Okay. Did you ever knock on your friend's doors when you're little? Can blah, blah, blah play?
Sure.
Good, I did too. All right. Would you rather have a long winter season or a long summer season?
I like both. Probably summer.
Why? Because we get to go to the lake?
Well, there's that, but I mean, as long as we're doing fun stuff, I guess I'd probably prefer fun summer stuff than fun winter stuff, even though I really like fun winter stuff. I love to ski, you know that.
I do. I suck at it, so I don't like the skiing. Too much gear you gotta carry and ugh. I don't know. So, fun fact, did you know that Sears used to sell mail order houses?
Yes, I did know that.
How did you know that?
I just kind of remember that piece of trivia coming up in other things when I was a kid.
Oh, wow. So, available by catalog order from 1908 to 1940. Sears Modern Homes took DIY, do it yourself, to a whole new level. As many as 75,000 home kits were sold in hundreds of different styles, some of which are still in existence. Home kits?
Sure. I mean, if you think about it, you can go to Home Depot today and you can buy a kit for a shed, right?
Yeah.
So take it a step further, especially given that in those days you probably didn't, worry as much about insulation or things like that. So it wasn't that much more complicated than to build a shed, other than it was bigger. So, I mean, you probably your main heating source would have probably been your fireplace, wood burning fireplace. So.
Wow. Jeez.
I mean, it kind of makes sense to me, but.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We got a busy weekend. So this weekend we have, 3 open houses. So 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. The 2 on Saturday are 35 Inverness Way in Noonan, and then 600 South Alexander Creek Road in Noonan. And then
back to dividing and conquering.
Yep.
I don't have to do all of them by myself.
Are you going to do Sunday?
Yeah, I'll do Sunday.
And then Sunday will be from 12 to 2, 200 Hillride Drive in Fayetteville. These homes are all gorgeous. Guys, come out and take a look. You might have somebody that you know that's looking, and you can say that you've seen it, with your own eyes. So,
great homes.
I agree. And if you got questions, you can send it to info@hafergroup.com or 678-628-KATE. You know that's the best number in real estate. Why isn't this showing this? Something's wrong with this.
Is there a glare?
No.
Did it slide down?
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah, gotta get that fixed. But anyway, best number in real estate. Call or text anytime. Always got my phone on me. Got anything else to say, Bill?
Time for a drink.
Bill said it's time for a drink. So that means we're going out.
Or we can drink here if you'd rather.
I think we're going out. You have to eat dinner too. When's the last time you ate?
Other than a few goldfish,
Is that all you had today was goldfish?
and egg sandwich with you, and a big sugar.
And then right before bed, he gets a whole big handful of Swedish fish.
Not a big handful. I mean, some nights are more than others, but
You good?
it's not perfect. I can't get it to line up perfect, but
All right, we'll work on it later. All right, guys, you want me to go turn it off?
okay.
Okay. He's gonna put the music back on and turn it off because we like to be routine. If you want to see us, we're gonna be at Elliot's in a few minutes in Peachtree City.